So this is a video I really wanted to make simply because I originally made a video about this about 4 or 5 months ago on my other YouTube channel, and it was to the effect of this transgender movement affecting the people that originally supported it. So these progressive left-wing liberals who were all for this LGBT trans movement are now being affected directly by it because their daughters are being affected by it. So you have young ladies in high school who are being blown out of the water by young men with wigs on who are destroying them in track and field. In this particular article here, we'll post a link to it in the description of this video, is about a trans man who identifies as a woman in an MMA match with a woman. Okay, I'm not going to scroll up because it's just showing too much skin. But what happened was the man who identifies as a woman fractured his opponent's skull. So he actually sent her to the hospital with a fractured skull. Okay, he almost killed the woman, and they gave him the title. He won. This is sick. And people are starting to see, but it's also good. I'm glad that this type of thing is happening because people are starting to see that sin, it affects everything. It kills, it distorts, and it negatively affects absolutely everything and everyone. And people are seeing, people who were originally for it are now seeing the effects of it. This picture here of this woman, I'm sorry, Lord forgive me. this man, let me get that right. This is a man, okay? He just competed in a woman's deadlift competition, and he just blew out. He literally destroyed, I think, 4 or 5 records that were held by certain women for decades. He says here, I have what a day, 9 for 9, Masters World Squat record he accomplished, Open World Bench record, Masters World DL record, and Masters World Total record. Okay, this is a man who just came in, identifies as a woman. Everyone agrees that he's a woman, and he just blows the women out of the water. He literally steals these women's world records. Okay, and the man has a comment on his Twitter. He says, as a transgender lifter, I was unsure what to expect going into this meet. And everyone, all the spotters, loaders, referee, staff, meet director, all made me welcome and treated me just another female lifter. Okay. So listen, this is and what's funny is a lot of the women who originally accepted and were all for this progressive movement are now angry with it. Sharon Davies says, this is a trans woman, a male body with male physiology, setting a world record and winning a women's event in America in powerlifting. A woman with female biology cannot compete. It's a pointless, unfair playing field. Okay, someone had pulled up some texts or some tweets from her from a couple years ago where she was all for this, all for men identifying as women coming in and having their fair shot. Now she's against it. Now she's angry. Okay, because why? Because it's directly affecting her and it's directly affecting her pocket. Okay, so you have women now who are becoming upset for good reason. Okay, here you have a video of a young man who identifies as a female, and he's just absolutely destroying these young ladies. And the parents are upset because, like, they see how hard their daughters train and work to compete in this sport, just to have a young boy come along and take it away from them. It's wrong. But like I said before, I'm glad that this is going on. I'm glad this is being discussed because it allows those that are lost, those that are not, that don't identify as Christians, that are not Christians, to see just how bad sin is and how it affects everything. Listen, they want to talk about equality, but there really is no equality. Now, when you're speaking about race, you can even talk about equal pay, fine. But when we're talking about the physiology of the male specimen against the woman specimen, there is no equality. What's funny is, arguably the greatest female tennis player of all time, Serena Williams, was blown out. I mean, literally destroyed by the 203rd ranked, a 203rd ranked pro tennis male player. Okay, I mean, this guy wasn't even, when it comes to the male side of the sport, he wasn't even on the radar, but he came in and destroyed Serena Williams. So that's just another example as to why there needs to be a division. And here, this man here, I think he's like 6'8", He's already getting offers from the WNBA. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm glad this is happening. I'm glad people are starting to see why this is wrong, and why this needs to be corrected. But it won't. It's already gone too far. Uh, they're basically receiving what they asked for, and yeah. So I just want to share that with you guys. Thank you for listening. God bless.